Hey there champs, welcome back to another round of Manny's Boxing World. And in today's round, we're going to be talking about Floyd Mayweather Jr. and his comments about Errol Spence, saying that he did not look like the Errol Spence that he used to train with to help him prepare fights. And we're going to be talking about that next. But before that guys, if you guys ain't subscribed, please punch and knock out that subscription button. That way you'll never see it again. And ding that notification bell. That way you never miss any of my new boxing videos. Alright guys, let's get to the round. Ding, ding.
Let's go, champ!
I do agree with Mayweather because before I did say that Errol Spence coming out to the ring against Crawford, his eyes were red and they were puffy and he looked like he was high off of weed. And I didn't really pay any attention to it really, he just looked slow. Guys, I always thought that Errol Spence smoked weed because all the time he looks high. And I smoke weed myself and I know how people act when they smoke weed and how they look and everything. And all you really gotta do is put clear eyes on and you should be okay. But that's after you smoke, not before you smoke. Before the Terence Crawford and Errol Spence fight happened, I made a video and I titled it, Crawford Fries Fish and Errol Smokes on Bud. And then the whole boxing world started talking about weed and Errol Spence looking like he's high and everything, and it was all the norm. But I did say it first, and then a few days later, Errol Spence brought out a shirt that said "Smoking on Bud." I wonder where he got it from. I thought it was a little weird that Errol Spence looked high right before the fight. That's what I thought, that he smoked weed right before the fight, and just to calm his nerves because it's a huge, big fight. This is the biggest fight of his career. I didn't really think anything of it because before, when I used to box, there was a group of people at the boxing gym that used to smoke weed right before they sparred, and they told me to do it because it'll change your perception in the ring. And I did do it, and it did change my perception in the ring. There was this guy that I used to spar with a lot, and it was like a once a week thing, and I sparred with him right before I smoked, the same guy, because that way I could like kind of know if it works or not. And yeah, it does work. I was avoiding a lot of his punches. Right before that, I was more of a come forward fighter, kind of like Cotto or LaMotta. And yeah, so I changed it to like a dodge and everything. I was dodging a lot of his punches. And then the guy that I used to spar with told me, hey, how did you change your style in 1 week? And I just laughed. I was like, I don't even know. And not just that, there was also another group that used to pound liquor. And I noticed when they were drunk off of liquor, they became killers, right? But when they were sober, they were kind of sucky, you know? But when they started drinking on the bottle, not beer, liquor, hard liquor, they were just like vodka and whatever, taking shots. And they would be killers in the ring after that. That's why I didn't really think anything of it because I already knew that he smoked. And well, he said that he smoked as well. He goes, I'm Jamaican, we smoke over here, we smoking on bud. So yeah, that's the reason I thought that he smoked right before the fight, because this is one of the biggest fights of his life. Well, this is the biggest fight of his life, and I believe he just tried to calm his nerves so he could go in there, because when you smoke weed and then you spar, the adrenaline rush kind of kills your high, but you still feel like comfortable, like thinking, like yeah, relax. But I believe the weed that he smoked was probably a downer because that guy looked tired. Guys, if you guys ever smoke weed and then you guys also ate an edible, you guys know the big difference, right? When you smoke weed, you could the adrenaline rush can kill the high, right? But if you eat an edible, there's no adrenaline rush in the world that's gonna kill the high. It's almost like when you're drunk, you know, you're eating something that's in your system. So I believe that he ate an edible or something, because that's what he looked like. He looked like he was stumbling. It looked like you could like breathe on him and he would tip over. So yeah, the way Spence looked, it looked like something bit him, or he just couldn't make weight, or he ate an edible because he smokes weed, right? But no adrenaline rush is gonna kill the edible high. The regular smoking high, yeah, it will. Guys, that was not the same Errol Spence. I have seen Errol Spence live on the Porter fight in LA, and that fight was amazing. He did not look anything like that. And I don't take anything away from Crawford only because Errol Spence is not making any excuses. Guys, that was not Errol Spence, okay? I believe his past opponents would have beat him on that night. Ugas would have beat him, Danny Garcia would have beat him, and Porter would have beat him. Shoot, I'm starting to think Rolly Romero would have beat him. And Clarissa Shields. I'm not even gonna lie, guys. Back in the day when I used to box, when I was the best that I would have beaten Errol Spence for sure, no cap. Guys, Floyd Mayweather sparred Errol Spence before, and he said that was not the same Errol Spence. And Floyd Mayweather is one of the greatest fighters of all time. I only have a number 3. I have Sugar Ray Robinson number 1, Muhammad Ali number 2, and Floyd Mayweather number 3, and that's of all time from any weight class. But no one beats Robinson. Floyd Mayweather doesn't beat Robinson. Yeah, guys, no one beats Robinson. But Floyd Mayweather said that was not the same Errol Spence. He's been in the ring with Errol Spence, and not just that, Errol Spence gave Floyd Mayweather a black eye. And man, to give Floyd Mayweather a black eye, you have to be really skilled. This guy is a dodging king. Floyd Mayweather said that's not the same Errol Spence that used to help him train for his other fights. Guys, I know Errol Spence is not making any excuses, but without a legitimate excuse, this fight is really hard to sell at 147. I personally won't pay for it at 147 because I know Errol Spence was drained. Something bit him. There was something really off on Errol Spence because I'm a fan of Errol Spence. And he did not just look high this time. He looked like there was something wrong with him. So he did not look high. He looked tired, or I don't know, like he was sick. Guys, I would not pay for this fight at 147, but at 154 I will, because I knew that Errol Spence wasn't him, and I know he's gonna perform better at 154, but I still don't see him beating Crawford. Okay, now Errol Spence has 7 pounds to play with, right, to get his weight back up. Well, a little word of advice for you, Errol Spence, because you said you did have a good nutritionist. I would increase those pounds in just fat, no muscle, because with the amount of fat and muscle you had already at 147, if you just add 7 pounds of muscle more, you're not gonna be able to carry that. You're gonna be in a way worse position. Get fat. Fat equals energy, man. And not just that, Terrence Crawford still has 7 pounds to play with. And he did not look like the way you did. So you still have 7 pounds to catch up to Crawford. And Crawford he looked good. He could add muscle and fat. You could just add fat. Don't pay attention to me, but watch. I am fit myself, Errol. I'm fit myself. Guys, at 154, I see the fight going the distance and no knockdowns, but still a unanimous decision victory for Crawford. I just think Crawford is a lot better fighter than Errol Spence. Errol Spence, he's good, but he's just not as good as Crawford. The rematch at 154, guys, who do you guys think is going to win, Crawford or Spence? Comment below and I'll write to everyone back. And how do you guys think Spence should add his weight, his 7 pounds that he could be playing around with? Fat or muscle? I say fat. But guess what, guys? Pay attention to this, right? Subscribe.